I'm chilly. Hi. I got a Pepsi. This is my last soda. And I'm just doing it because I'm on my girl time and it's just like I need a soda. But tomorrow I start rehearsals for Atlanta. Kitty, you're driving me up the wall. Stop. Kitty. I did, but they didn't have. So I went to the store because I was looking for my all natural energy shot. They didn't have it at both the QTs I went to. So I just was like, whatever. But I had a Pepsi in the refrigerator from what I ate last night. Yes, good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Tell me if it starts messing up because BMU said that the service is always spotty. If it messes up, just let me know. Think we're gonna be okay today though. I hope. I hope. And LOL, fun fact, probably shouldn't be doing it. But I've had crawfish every day this week. I've had crawfish every single day this week. I'm not doing any more crawfish. I'm gonna cook. I think I'm gonna cook today some turkey wings and I'm gonna cook something. The QTs here in Austin are not. QT is like a very nice um gas station here in Austin. Like they're very nice. It's the Circle K's here in Austin that are like sketchy. I hate how my other phone died. But yeah, guys, I am working my whole thing right now is I'm focusing on Atlanta. And when I get back from Atlanta, I really need to pick the next single to start this next era. So as soon as I get back from Atlanta, that's gonna be what I focus on. If it's an appropriate question. No, QTs here in Austin are very nice. It's the it's the okay. No, it's not. It literally is just a little lip liner and then this lip gloss. It's really just the lip gloss that I just put on before I got on here. My favorite genre is my hip hop music, so go listen to my rap music, very short pants, square pants. And yeah, hi Will I am, Will I am. Oh, see, this is an appropriate question. See, I like questions that are like mind expanding appropriate. Let's read what he said. Real Raw's question is, what makes somebody stand out in your opinion in a world full of hate and a bunch of shit that people out themselves in? I think what makes someone stand out is being charismatic, is being funny, um, is being able to, have a conversation with anyone, able to speak up for themselves in a room full of people, able to work a room, able to be nice to people. Um, yeah, being honest, being a real genuine person. Yeah, that's what I think. Y'all ask me more questions like that. I like questions like that. Here goes somebody, Scarface, somebody who I guess the world has altered your mind so much. Seeing women want guys with all these things and all this stuff, and women don't do nothing. I guess that's where your mind is. But I don't have to prove myself to you. I'm doing nothing right now but making sure all my bills are paid and taking care of a household that no one else is taking care of. Doing nothing else, right? Fucking idiot. Yeah, you can give me $100. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. Hello from Sweden. From Sweden. I don't want to drink my drink because then my lip gloss is gonna come off. That's a good Pepsi. That's a pretty good Pepsi. Um, I would spend it with the love of my life, which I do have one. Um, and my mom. Uh, Stop. Kitty. I'm doing good. Dark Guardian. Um, why is that your name? Why can't it be I bring the light? Yo. Yep. And it's one of those things where OTG. That's all I'm gonna say. No, it's not a crush. It's not a crush at all. It's exactly what it is. It's not a crush at all. A crush is like, oh my gosh, Bill Skarsgård is hot. It's not a crush at all. It's the love of your life. It's just not it yet. No, there's no relationship. Yeah, that's why I can do natural. And then when I do my eyebrows and put on just a little something, I'm just like the worst person in the world, I guess. People be dragging me. No, it's a OTG slash God's timing situation. Y'all need to, and there's been some stuff happening on my live, not the stuff with the job stuff. There's been, if you was on my live yesterday, my mom was on here too. There's been some stuff But that's all I'm gonna say about that. But that's who I would spend my last moments with. My mom, my dogs, and the love of my life. It's one of those things where let me explain it like this. When you go through something really traumatic, and the most traumatic thing I've honestly ever been through is this whole situation with my dad. When you go through something like that, and like, because the first, like, all of February, because my dad passed February 7th, but there were testing, there were, stuff like that. I don't want to get into what really happened, but he did have a heart attack. And then from the heart attack, they brought him back, and then there was no bringing him back from it. But when you go through a situation like that, or a really traumatic situation, once the cloud settles, because the whole month of February I felt like I was in a cloud from the time I got to the hospital and found out what was really going on and saw what was really going on. um I was in this like cloud state, in this like I don't feel like my life is real state. uh like I'm here, but I feel like I'm floating. And when you kind of when I'm kind of out of that now, I'm kind of processing things, just a few things. Just realizing, wow, are people really walking around every day feeling like how I'm feeling, like feeling like this, even if it isn't about a loss, just in general, do people really walk around feeling like this? Um, so it just makes me a little bit more compassionate, for starters, to people and situations and things. And my dad was very good about making sure I was pushed to the best highest level. Like, even if he wasn't, he made sure to boost me to the highest level. um and being at the highest level, and having very supportive parents, and having, sometimes you don't see what it really does feel like or look like when people don't have that, and that major support system, and that major, just everything with their parents. And so once I really saw that and understand, just start processing things, you just have more compassion for people and things and situations. A, and then B, I think Nelson just farted. B, you really kind of, it gets into perspective your authentic feelings towards certain things, situations, and stuff like that. Like, you authentically start to feel, and not only feel, but be honest with yourself. So if there's a barrier or a pride or a this that's like in the way of you saying, this is how I feel about this person, this is what I know, that barrier comes up. Or if you don't really know, like for example, I was chatting, and I said this. I was chatting, not dating, talking. We were just texting. I was chatting with this one dude around the time that my dad passed, and I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I started to see things in him that I was just like, I don't think this is gonna work. But once that happened, and I like was really like, okay, all I really want to be around is like my family and people that I know love and care about me, and that people that I know that I am 100% loving and care about myself. That's really all I really want to be around. Um, it puts into perspective to be a lot more honest, to be a lot more fuck the pride, to just be a lot more, just not so, I don't know. Not everyone has it together, and they truly don't have it together and know how to get it together. Yeah, and present. and present. And yeah, it's like not everyone has it together and not everyone truly understands how to get it together. I feel like ever since I graduated high school, I've been on this race to finish college at a certain time, to move out of Shreveport, Louisiana at a certain time, to get a career at a certain time, to do this at a certain time, to do that at a certain time. And then it's just kind of like, is there any room to really ask while I'm doing all of this, what are the little things that mean the most that make me happy? Because a lot of times, and I got a fortune cookie, and it's in my phone too. I got a fortune cookie. This is about maybe a year and a half ago. I got a fortune cookie, and it said, "You will find the most happiness in the small things." And that is so true. Ever since I got that, like I thought about that. And then like now, especially, it's like I think about that even more. It's like even hanging out with the producer that I was hanging out with yesterday. He also took a lot of my pictures. He did the Done with the Talking cover. The cover of Done with the Talking. He did those photos and my website photos. And he's just a really good friend who's just always had my back when it comes to different things outside of work. I don't work with him anymore. But, just hanging out with him for a little bit and him just telling me about different things and just different things he's excited about. Like, he's not a guy that's in the media, on the phone, on the social media, doing all that like that. And just hearing him talk about like just little things that he's just so excited about, how he got um these, like, he wants to decorate his house with like cactuses, and how he got little like cactus coasters, and how he got these little cactus measuring cups, and just like little things like that can make the biggest difference. Even though it's tiny, it can just make the biggest difference. It should just make you feel good. And I think it's like, for so long I've been striving for these big things. For the longest time I've been striving for these huge things. Um, and it's like they're happening, but at the same time, it's the small details in those huge things that mean the most. And I don't know. That's just where I'm at, guys. I don't really know how to end that or sum that up, but basically, OTG was written for a reason. Um, and yeah. And that's the thing too. That's the thing too, that it is. It's just like sometimes, like for example, I'm gonna give this an example. In the next 20 years, we're talking about the next 20 years. Right now, Cardi B's doing this big, huge tour. It's everywhere. Tour just huge, sold out every day. Nicki Minaj did her big, huge tour, sold out all every day. Everybody, it's amazing, it's great, it's OMG, oh my God, it is the moment for life. But then the next 20 years, when the new kids and the new people and the people are not really talking about your tour anymore, and you just living day to day, is your tour from 20 years ago that sold out every day mattering in your life right now? Or what matters in your life is your kids, your family, you being able to go to sleep at night with peace, you being able to wake up happy, you being able to eat the things that are right, and make sure you're healthy and keep up with your health, and have a mind of peace is really what matters at the end of the day. Um If I were given a choice to change your past or see what the future holds for you. I don't think I would want to do either. I don't think I want to do either because I feel like both trying to change my past, I wouldn't be here. Um, and then trying to see my future, I feel like that means I don't trust God. So, you gotta trust in God, You gotta trust in him and you can't question him. And that's one thing I've never done. I've never, 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 never have questioned God. I've never been like, God, why did this happen? And if God was real, this wouldn't have, and God was real. I've never been that type of chick. I've always, through anything and everything, I've just always prayed. I've never questioned. I've never thought he wasn't real. I've never, never. So that's my answer to that. Kitty's right here. But and see, that's the thing. I'm not here to convert people. But that's my thing. When you say a comment like this, natural, the thing is that people need to understand too is God's not a genie. God's not a genie. So when you say, "Hey, I want a Range Rover," you only making, let's say, $10 an hour at a grocery store. But you're like, "Hey, I want a Range Rover. God, please send me a Range Rover." He's not just gonna send you a Range Rover, right? You got to be praying, God, please put me on better opportunities. Please help me figure out how to make more money. God, please help me figure out how to do this, and this. Please help me figure it out so I have the money so I can build my finances to be able to go and get a Range Rover. A lot of people seem to think that God is a genie, and he's not. He's not. You have got to meet him halfway. He will lead you to path. He will take you and show you the yellow brick road so clear you don't see no other color but yellow. But you have to take your eyes and see it and your feet and follow it. He can't make you move. And I've always known that, and things like this are just things I've just always known, they're just things I've always known. I My grandpa is a pastor, was a pastor, he's since retired. Um, but I grew up in the church. We kind of stopped going to church just regularly when I was about 8 or 9. Me and my mom stopped going to church regularly because she started working. But these are just things I've just always felt. Like I've never had to have some big, huge conversation. I've never had to just like go through this spiritual awakening journey. I've never had to just ever. I've just always, this is what I believe, this is what it is, and I follow it. And it's just been in me since I came out. It just is who I am. So, and no one knows. No one knows what it is. No one knows. Thank you, Shadow. We're talking about faith and Sunday stuff. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about Sunday stuff. Well, I was baptized at 3 years old. I believe it was either 2 or 3. These were 2 or 3. I believe it was 3. I was baptized at 3 years old. I'm gonna have to show y'all a picture because I have a picture. My mom took so many pictures of me when she was a stay-at-home mom. I have so many pictures of myself as a little girl. But I have a picture in my baptism outfit, and then I have my certificate as well that they gave that my mom had hanging up in the house for the longest time. Yeah, I said Sunday stuff and not church stuff because I mean not everything is right in the churches now. Come on, stay woke with it. Because and that's another thing too, that's a bigger conversation that I don't necessarily want to have, because you'll never get through those delusional ass people who be in the church who really are nothing that's identifying as someone who is a Christian, as someone who is kind and non-judgmental and all these, that, and the fourth. They're not like that at all. They're the most judgmental people, selfish, twisting God's words to men for what they think as people. And it's embarrassing. I am. And you know what's crazy is I feel like the older I get, I am a really Southern girl. The older I get, I feel like I'm becoming, and I was baptized Catholic. My mom's side grew up Baptist. My grandpa's Baptist preacher. My dad's side was Jewish, religious and nationality. And then when my parents got together, my mom felt in her spirit that we were supposed to be Catholic. So I was baptized Catholic. I just believe in God. I don't, maybe when I'm a little older and it's my time to have kids, because I do want, I want to make sure my kids get that word. They know that word. So they're gonna be finding that word out, in somebody church that I think is right. So when I get a little older and slow down in life and refocus my energy on some other stuff, um, I might choose Baptist Catholic. I might see what I like, that I identify with the most. But right now I just believe in God. I just me and God, just we together. But I feel like the older I get, the more I feel like I become like a modern Southern Baptist woman is what I feel like I act like. I feel like, and I be on the phone sometimes with my mom ranting about stuff, and I'll be like, I swear I sound like a modern. We gotta insert the modern, because I ain't, I'm cool now. The modern Southern Baptist woman is kind of what I feel like I'm on. That Drewski thing was hilarious. That Drewski thing with Eric Kirk was even funnier because he ain't lied about none of it. Erica Kirk is shady. She been shady. Erica Kirk is shady, and she's not that bright, in my opinion. If I was as shady as she was, and she knows she is, I would not be showing my face in the media. I'm not doing no Turning Point USA festival. I'm not posting no pictures. I'm not doing no interviews. I'm not doing no press runs. Candace want to talk bad about me. These media companies want to talk bad about me. That's fine. I'm not going to be shown. But she is being shown, showing she's shady through this whole thing. That woman is shady. I don't care what no one says. And I secretly think, I can't talk too much about it because, it's a scary thing with politics right now, people in politics. But I personally think Erica and Vance, they a thing. I think they a thing, Erica and Vance. That's what I think. I think that to the core. I think they a thing. And I don't think Vance know what's really going on. I think Trump got his own vibe going on, his own thing going on. Vance know the drippings of what Trump got going on. He don't really know what's going on over there with Trump. Trump know Vance more worried about keeping his secret up with Erica. I know that's going on, y'all. I know it. I know it. I know it. I can't talk. I don't be like to talk too much about it though, y'all, because uh, it's a scary thing right now with politics and stuff. I just gave my whole speech on my thoughts on Jesus. Amen. Hallelujah. Hey from Hawaii. Hawaii. Y'all are funny. This thing. No, I didn't see your situation. I don't really even know what you're talking about. Why is this? Oh my gosh. This is so annoying. Whatever. I think that like there's a bit of just like confusion here. Who's like I think there's just a tad high bit of confusion. I just think there's a bit of confusion. That's true, Moot. You know, I just think, but you can't convert people. You can't tell people nothing. People when it comes to spiritual stuff, you can't show people. You can't show people. You can't. You can't. You can't get people to understand. You can't get people to see it. You can't. When it comes to spiritual stuff, you can't. And I don't even try. I just say my piece and how things are with me and how I feel like with me and my, experiences and my life. But I mean, if people don't, it's like you can't force them to. You can't show them. You can't tell them. They have their mind made up. And that's going to be for them to see in the afterlife what things are, and what things aren't. That's for them to do and to worry on. So, I don't even be trying to when people have their little gripes with God and gripes with this, I'm just like, you just don't know. You just don't know. But that's for you not to know. You you can't do it. That's not what I said at all, natural. You said that. I didn't say anything about heaven or hell. You're saying these things, not me. I'm not God, so I'm not the judge of things. I'm not God to say where you're going or what you're doing or how. I don't freaking know. Good morning, Ramsey. I just don't like how much headroom I have. It's just so agitating. LOL, Mook. God. The topic is Amen, Hallelujah, Jesus Christ. Some people don't believe in him. I'm anointed. I'm covered in the blood of Christ. He walking with me. Feel him every day. Feel him every day. So I mean, other people don't. I'm not God. I'm not gonna try to dictate your journey. All I can do is do mine and follow Jesus, and they don't. That's their path. That ain't gonna do me. Well, sometimes natural, let me say this too, natural. Sometimes pastors are full of fucking shit and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Sorry for all the cussing, but it's the truth. I remember I went to a church. I was going through a really rough time in college where I was just going through a rough time. And so I started going to church, by myself a little bit. And I remember I was like, I can't go to this church anymore because the pastor, he was preaching normal but he threw shade at, this was a Baptist church. He kind of threw a little bit of shade at Catholic churches. And he also threw a little bit of shade at like LGBT people. Now, I don't identify as LGBT, at all. But if you're you're preaching on the congregation, you're preaching to all these people here. Why in your sermon do you feel to throw shade or throw a little bit of shade at anybody while you're up here preaching that word? Why are you throwing shade and putting your opinion and spin on other things when people are coming to you to hear the word, to get hope, to da da da? And after that, I was just kind of like, even though what he was saying wasn't necessarily offensive towards me, I still don't feel like that's how you as a pastor should move in a sermon. I never went back after that. And I went a few times. And sometimes it's not the first sermon. It was a few times. It was a few times I went to that church and I was like, oh no. I feel like you taking the opportunity to speak to everyone and then you're throwing shade at other people and other things, and that's not necessary. Okay, you're not with the gay stuff, you're not with this. Okay, you're not Catholic, you're Baptist, that you don't believe in Catholic stuff. Okay, but why are you bringing this to your sermon and making this a topic in your sermon? Like, there's so many other things you could talk about other than putting down somebody else that no one is asking for. So, sometimes them preachers, they be shady. Sometimes them preachers be shady, and they be trying to make things into things that they really not. And it's weird. On April 13th, where you seen that? Where you seen that about April 13th? And it I love this stuff. I'm gonna say that almost every live. How much I love this stuff. Louisiana. Kitty, you cute. You don't have to come over here, kitty. I saw that. I saw that. I mean, it's funny. And then he pulled out the white grandpa photo. Yes, kitty, come here so they can see you. Stand up. There he is. Yes, it's a kitty cat. Drewski's funny. He's funny. He got that personality where he's funny. It's funny. And he was so like, and Aaron Curry, like, she's shady. Like, it was funny. His name is T'Challa. I have two dogs, so I don't wish for a dog. I have them. Hey, Chris. Oh, you can't have dreams? I dream. I dream. I dream, 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 dream. I don't remember. You know, in my line no more. Oh. What's our goal? Subscribing to my channel? Can that be the goal? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Listen to music. Oh, LOL. I mean, he will. Like, he will jump on my lap. Yep, not leaving until 1,000 people donate. Donate. Everybody donate 1 cent. Okay. Good morning, dope man. Sometimes I don't even have to. He'll just jump. I mean, he's in my lap right now. Back to life. I know. Matt was in here throwing hundred. Oh, you looked at the CherelleK website? Wow. Hold on. This this Chris, but your name was JJ yesterday. I'm keeping up. I'm woke. I'm woke. Your name yesterday was James, then Jamal, Webster. It's like, what is T? If you're JJ, be JJ. Please. I don't have it in me for nothing else. I bust shots. Back to life. Back to reality. Oh wow, Mook. Um, it's long. You talk about God gave you the gift to interpret dreams. LOL. Um, no shout out, but listen to the music. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Um, there's a few I remember. There's a few that come to mind. There's a few. I don't know if I'm gonna share them. Um, there's three in particular um that often come to mind. One, um, I don't know how long ago this was. I just remember the sky. It was like falling. I don't know if that's what it was. We were just going through something. I don't really know what it was. It just there was just something going on in the earth, and everyone was scared, and this, that, and the fourth. And things just stopped for me, and I could see in the sky like all of the like circles. They were in circles, the astrology signs. I could just see it in the sky, and I just felt peace in the midst of everyone freaking out. That's one that I remember. This was a long time I had that dream. There's another dream that I often have about a particular person. being on this like island with him. And I don't even know if it's an island. I think it's just a place and he's there and we're there and that's it. It's not really much context. And then I have another dream about this storyline uh that I wrote in my notes. It could be a movie, but I'm not gonna share that one. So it may turn into a movie. Oh no, none about you. No. Nah. No. Sorry. None about you. Mm. His cup has been washed so much. What's wrong with my lip? What's wrong with my lips now? Now something wrong with my lips. Oh gosh. Back to life. I do. I'm like, tell her about my music. Y'all think I look like her so much? Tell her. Tell her. And tell her the music. Cause she was Tyler the Creator's promo during his tour. Tell her the tea. I look stank, huh? Look like I got a stank attitude. And then why is this red? Whatever. Kitty. Yeah. I love you. T'Challa. Yeah, that's T'Challa. I don't have I have a lot of movies, a lot of different genres. And that's actually on one of my posters on the CherelleK website if you want merch. My favorite things. There's a poster of my favorite things. Um, but my favorite um movie, I have a few. The Twilight Saga, of course, Wolf of Wall Street, and then Cheaper by the Dozen. But I think someone who is like a filmmaker and who's like really deep in the films, just choosing one is not accurate because there's so many different genres of movies. Cheaper by the Dozen 2, the second one specifically. Baby, you such a cute dog. It is. My parents took me to go see Cheaper by the Dozen 2 several times in the movie theaters. several times. So it is. Oh, Vampire Brooklyn is one of my favorites too. I really do like that one. That's a really fun vampire movie with Eddie Murphy and Martin. Yes. I don't even know what y'all talking about. I wish I knew what y'all was talking about, Mook and Lord. I wish I knew the tea. Well, it is hard to do because I don't know what's going on. LOL. It was a Christmas gift from my job a few years ago, actually. I'm trying to understand what y'all talking about. Mm-mm. Oh, really? Ooh. It is. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna cook today, guys. I think I might do some turkey wings. I might do some turkey wings. I don't know what I'm gonna do today, y'all. I do need to cook something for the week. I need to meal prep some stuff. Go listen, Demo, and come back. Peace. See you when you get back. Go look at music videos. Come back. Bye. Peace. See you later. You know, I haven't thought about cooking oxtails in a while. I like to do oxtails in the crock pot. I don't have one. I can go get one. I've been meaning to get one for a while. Stop, kitty. Thank you, RW. Thanks. I appreciate it. I really do. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Kitty, come here. Come sit. Come sit. Whatever. Guess he hates me. Oh, here he is. Kitty, come here, T'Challa. Come here. My boo boo. Come here, boo boo. Come here. What happened to the channel? Anyway, guys, back on the topic that we was talking about. But yeah, just going through something really traumatic really just puts things in perspective. Kitty, stop. Kitty, stop. It really just puts things in perspective. And just teaches you to have more compassion and to not be as tough, to not be as tough on different people and different situations and just different things. Like there's time. I don't know. I just felt like for the longest time, since I graduated high school, that I just didn't have enough time just to achieve. No, I don't fucking feel lost. No, I don't fucking feel lost. Um, I just feel like when you go through something traumatic and that's life changing, you just the things that matter are more in your face that matter. The things, the people, everything, you know? But no, I'm not lost. I'm doing what I want to do with my life and I'm growing and I'm happy about it and I'm happy about the things that I'm doing and I still have all these dreams I would like to accomplish and all these things I would like to accomplish. Um, but it's okay if that's not what my mind is on 24/7. It's okay if you know, this person isn't doing nearly as much as I'm trying to do for myself, but they're working for themselves. It's okay. Think like it's okay, like not being as of a hard it's just like I don't know. I just feel like too, it's like I don't want to be as like a hard ass. Like I feel like I'm just always so not that, I'm headstrong, I'm 10 toes down. I know how to stand on my 2 feet ass motherfucker. Right? That's me. But it's like, when you go through something and, you really see how important family is and just how important just your loved ones are and loving someone is and just important things are. It's just you just don't want to just be like in charge all the time mindset. No, it's not that because the thing is too, for the last 2 years, I feel like my father knew he didn't have long left. Um, and there was a lot of different situations where I felt like he was preparing me for him not to be here anymore. It's kind of like when we did come to this situation, although I'm very hurt and broken about things, I'm not surprised. And I feel like I'm the only one that's not surprised in a few things. So there was there was definitely there was definitely times, in where he was preparing me for him not to be here. And I took those lessons. How I do. You quit and in those moments I'm like, you thinking Sherelle Nicole Kozak can't you I'm Sherelle Nicole Kozak at the end of the day. I'm gonna do what I need to do for me at the end of the day, regardless of who around. In those moments, I'm thinking it's more of a I'll show you I can handle my shit regardless of things. But looking back, I think it was moments where he was like, I just need to make sure my daughter is able to make it without me. And most people don't get that. Most and that in itself provides me with a lot of peace and things like that. Cuz most people don't get that. Most people don't have a parent that doesn't step foot off this earth without knowing that their child is able to stand strong and take care of themselves and handle business regardless of who's around, what's going on, the situation, anything. A lot of people don't have that. And I can't do anything but feel blessed and feel, even though in the moments of being hurt, sad, and okay, my life has changed forever, I can't be mad. I can't be anything but thankful that I got what I got, because a lot of people don't get not even an inch of what I got. But she was my baby mama. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. And my mom's really been really strong, and really she's really been helping me and been, having my back and been here this whole time for me. So, I'm very blessed for her and just things with her. But it's a rough thing. It's a rough thing, cuz regardless of any factor, it's rough losing someone you care about, especially when it's a parent or someone as close as that. That's something that only people who have went through it understand. It's just no possible way you mentally understand what it's like to lose a parent until you do. It's just you don't. It's like you can have all these thoughts, you can have all the, but it's something on the inside, and it's a spiritual thing. You have no way of possibly comprehending it. You have no way. Like, it sounds sad, but you really don't understand how it really feels, you know? And those are things that's deep, and it's one of those things. If you haven't lost a parent, if you haven't been through something like that, you really shouldn't say too much of anything, but just giving your condolences, of course, saying you're praying for them, but don't do too much of trying to intertwine what you think and how. Don't do that, because some people have done that to me, and I'm just kind of like, you know it's because it's different. It's different. It's a different. And y'all, I'm not looking for nothing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not looking for y'all to feel sorry for me, feel bad, nothing like that. We're just chatting. We're just chatting about different things. Um, but yes, it really is a feeling that, you know, I see why people spiral out of control. Not that I am, not that I feel like I am, not that I feel like I'm this, not that I don't feel like that at all. I feel like what I was just saying, I can't feel anything but blessed. Even though I'm hurt, even though I'm sad, even though when things are wrong, I call my mom or my aunt or whoever, my grandma, whoever I need to call to chat with and talk to and just get my feelings out and just talk, because that's one of the most important things for me through anything is talking. I'm not someone that leaves stuff bottled up. I've never been that person. Um so yeah, I can just see why people people do, because you really, it's like a part of you is dying. It is, it's the craziest, weirdest feeling in the world. It is the craziest, weirdest feeling. Craziest. And everyone's doomed to go through it, but it's crazy when it really it's you that's going through it and it's your time. It's crazy. It's crazy. um But yeah, just you gotta stand strong. And I try to also remember, having an attitude or being mean or being any type of way with people, um, through this time isn't gonna make anything better for me. It's going to make it worse. So just trying my best to be nice or to remove myself from a situation, even outside of anything, just as someone's just in general pissing me off. Just kind of trying to remove myself from the whole thing. Cause it's like at this point, when you go, it's like you don't really necessarily have the energy to like be irritated with like dumb shit. Like I don't necessarily have the energy, at this point. Like I only have the energy for positive stuff right now. Good morning, Calvin. And that's the thing too. That's the thing too. Sometimes that happens too. Sometimes you just be chilling and then you get a thought and then it's just like, "Oh my gosh. Like what the heck?" So that's true. That's very true. But it's just several things. I find peace in several things, that I did everything I could do leading up to different things as a daughter to try to communicate and talk through things and it's a crazy story that I don't want to necessarily share the full thing with anyone or make it a thing with I don't want to make it a storyline or a thing where I'm sharing it with, but it I found a lot of peace in things, and I know 100% that he would have not stepped foot off this earth if he didn't know Sherelle Nicole Kozak gonna be alright. I'm gonna be okay. If no one else is, I am. And that's just the way that I'm built, y'all. That's just the way that I'm built. And he didn't even think that. Like there were so many times when I first moved here to Austin before I started music. And then there was a time after I started music and I was going through things where, he messaged my mom asking, if he thought I was gonna be okay. And like, when I didn't get into because I applied to UT uh for grad school for my MFA to get a master's in film. I didn't get in. And then there was just some other things that were going on. And he just thought I was just gonna just trumble to my feet and just not make it. And I don't know why. It's just looking back, it's like, yo, maybe he was like, I don't have too much longer left. I need to make sure my daughter ain't gone when life hits her, it doesn't break her. He would just message my mom asking if I'ma be okay, and he doesn't know if Imma be okay, and he doesn't know if I'm a this, and my mom straight up said to him, she'll figure it out. Cause I've always been that type of person to figure it out. It's different when your mom sees you at 14, 15, 16, 17, doing different things and hey, I say I want a job, I go get me a job, or hey, I say I want my room to look like this, I change it like this, or hey, I say I want this, so I go out and I get this. Then when your dad is starting to see you transform into a their little girl to now an adult, the worry there. But every time it's like you cannot keep me down, you cannot, and it's just who I am, like I'm gonna figure things out for me. And I think that from the time I moved here to Austin, from his passing, that was his whole mo with me. Is she just gonna be able to figure out life when it starts life in? And it's like, I'm Sherelle Kozak, that's what I do. LOL. But yeah, Calvin, that's sad. That is sad. Whiskey, stop. I need to go to the store. They should be open in an hour. Do I like band music? I do. I don't like heavy metal rock though, if that's what you're talking about. But I do like band music. I do. Yeah, that's my initials. C&K. CherelleK. Zach. That's it. Holy shit, Kevin, your dick is small. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, I just can't take it. I want to. I want to do like a band. Like I want to do a like a with a band performance. And I was chatting with someone in a band about maybe doing something like that. So we'll have to see if that opportunity ever comes around. Cause when you go out to events and go out do stuff, people are always chatting about doing different things. And it's like, do you really do different things? So we'll see. Y'all, this show Paradise. I'm just like, y'all gotta go watch that show Paradise. If y'all ain't seen it, I don't want to get too much on the topic no more, but go watch the show Paradise. Here we go again. Right at the borderline is where I wanna wait for you. I be thinking now. It's on Disney Plus. Hey Matt. Matt with the 100. Yes. I saw it was on Hulu, but I couldn't find it on Hulu. So I just been watching on Disney Plus. Yes, it's not an island. And it's crazy how it starts because you don't get that this is what's going on. Like the writing is phenomenal. Now, this is what I will say. The lead guy's acting, I'd be kind of on the fence with actors that do a lot of unnecessary facial expressions the whole scene. And he is one, the lead actor, who does a lot of unnecessary facial expressions. Like he be overacting in his face. But it's good. Basically, what? Oh, anyway, so basically what it's about is okay, it starts with the president of the United States. Okay, backtrack. It's following the head security of the president of the United States. He walks into the home and sees that the president was assassinated in his bedroom. But the whole that's like but the whole joint is there was some catastrophe to the world, and billionaires built an underground world for only 25,000 people, and it's just like the above ground. It's just like it's like there's a sun, there's a moon, there's grocery stores, there's all these things happening, but it's underground. The world has ended above ground and it's all underground, but no one can tell the difference, right? Um and that's what's happening. And there's a lot of different plots and stuff and that's going on. I'm only on episode 3. But y'all go watch it. Y'all go watch it. Crazy, crazy. Like I said though, the lead actor, who's the head of security for the president, he's he does a lot of acting in his face. Kerry Washington, it puts you in the mind of Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington does a lot of acting in her face. Um, but it's really good. Yes, it's Paradise. That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm watching. Yes, it is. Yes, that's what it is. Yes, 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 yes. I don't think I don't no ain't nobody in no blue jumpsuits yet. Well, Oliver, that's probably what it was. That's probably true. My verse probably was better than yours. Been OD, can't get me. It's only 2 seasons out, but it's a new show. It's a new. So they probably working on another season. I really don't know, booze. I really don't know. I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be a superhero or you're a supervillain if you're racist. You're not a superhero. Hey, Asia. I was actually gonna call you yesterday, but I got started watching this show. I had Apple, and I will dodge in and out of Apple because sometimes there'll be like something, a movie, a show, or something specific I want to watch. But Apple don't be having the best selection to me. Apple TV needs to like re up its selection, and I'm always up at this time. I'm always up early. I get up every day at 1 a.m. Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, I try to sleep in as long as I can, but I don't really ever sleep in past 6. Asia is my friend from back home. She's my friend from back home, guys. Is it the show with Jason Momoa where he's the leader of a clan or something? I Jason Momoa be doing the same roles, low key to me. And I really hate how they kind of messed him up on Aquaman. I think because I think Jason Momoa, like the first Aquaman, was really dope. But I think that like the writers and everyone saw how like him and the way he looks and just him was a bigger obsession than actually the Aquaman show, the movie. And so I think the second one with everything with the lady, the Johnny Depp situation with the lady, the co-star, her, and I just think the second one that the producers were like, everybody love you, Jason Momoa. Come to set, say what you want, do what you want. This is the plot. This is the episode. Say what you want though. Just be you. Like Jason Momoa in Aquaman was two different. Like the first one, he was this mad, guy, wore dark makeup, just didn't have much of a personality, was ready to fight everyone. And the second one, he just was this loose guy who was like who he was in real life. They kind of messed that up. They told him just come to set and be you. And I could tell. Marvel, duh. Who likes DC like that? Although the new Superman was really good. Well, how's his back ruined? I didn't watch it, but I bet that was good. I bet that was good. Him the villain. I think I tried, but I have never really been into those Fast and Furious movies. Honestly and truthfully, I've never. I tried to watch them. That's just not my vibe. Car shows are just not my vibe. It's not. I'm more of a werewolf vampire, supernatural love story intertwined. That's kind of like my happy place. True Blood, I could never get into. And I was trying to watch it too about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. What was throwing me off? So it's based in Louisiana, and I felt like they were trying too hard to show it was based in Louisiana. It's like not just Louisiana is that southern. It's like they were really their vibe was really giving Mississippi. It really wasn't even giving Louisiana, in my opinion. And I don't know, that was throwing me off a little bit. Just I was just kind of like, okay, like why everybody overdoing their accent? Why everybody overdoing we in the South? Why everybody overdoing it? It ain't that damn deep. It just was kind of just too much. Like I'm like, we're really playing up this Louisiana like Cajun thing, and it really is not that deep. Like you don't walk into a restaurant and everyone's just as country and as southern as it. Like no, like come on now, y'all doing a little bit too much with this universe. Louisiana. I want to see that show with Duffer Brothers. Something bad's about to happen. I want to see that, but I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared. No, I love them, but I mean, if I who knows what I would really feel if I was a little older? Because the Twilight was just like a perfect storm for me, and like I think the generation of people around my age. Because it's like, okay, them casting Taylor Lautner was perfect tea because we was loving Taylor Lautner, Shark Boy, and Lava Girl. Cheaper Brothers and two. Like Taylor Lautner was like the main. Like when I was a little girl, Taylor Lautner was my man. I don't care. That was my man when I was a little girl. Was Taylor Lautner. My fish. I bought a blue fish. They named it Shark Boy, and the fish died, and that was like a traumatic thing. I tell y'all, when my fish died, it was so traumatic. It was ridiculous. There was no like I was like crying on the couch, screaming, kicking my feet because my fish died. And my mom was just like, well, let's just let her get it out. Like, no, that was too much. And then Cheaper by the Two, I told you that was one of my favorite movies. He was in it, he's a little bit older. He was in that joint. And then with him being in Twilight, that was just like, let me go. That's when I started paying attention. Because I didn't even know when I went to go see that first Twilight that that's what we were going to see or what it was about or anything. I just had along with my mom and my aunt and we were going to the movies and that's what it was. And there was no questions. And I was like, when I saw Taylor Lautner, I was like, well, let me pay attention. And then I fell in love with the movies. But I was too when they came out, when the first one came out, I was like 9 years old. I was like in the third grade. And the last one came out, I was like 13. I was in the seventh grade. Yeah, I have a bunch. I wasn't into Spy Kids. I'm telling you, it was that Taylor Lautner. I probably wouldn't have been the Shark Boy either if it wasn't Taylor Lautner. And now he got his wife is pregnant with twins. Next, next topic. Not really. You really can't see him. You want to see him? Follow on Instagram. Look at the pictures on Instagram. Look at the music videos. Cozy Game. Twilight's my vibe. Vampire Diaries is my vibe. And Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf, the TV show, is my favorite TV show ever. I'm not really a fan. Like I could care less. Like if I know who like the villain is, and like they keep making 50 trillion movies about it, it's kind of just like this is dumb. Like I don't want to see 50 billion movies about like Jason or Freddy Krueger. Like I don't care. Like, one or two movies is one thing, but doing like how they're doing a Scream movie like every year, like I don't care. Like it was cool the first time, second time, do one remake, but just to keep making movies, it's just like who cares? Like we already know what it is. We already know who the villain is. We already get the plot point. We already get that there's someone in the friend group that's dressed up as the guy in the costume. We already get why the dude from Halloween he's doing it. Like we just already get it. Like we don't need to keep going down this rabbit hole of movies. Like put that money into a new type of movie, a new idea, a new something. Like we're just in this season. We're just like I feel like outdoing the reboots and the next installments and it's just like let's do something new, please. Yeah, watch it. I mean, Twilight, especially that first one, it was in its era. It was in its era. Like, I don't think if they put out Twilight now, especially the first one, I mean, New Moon and everything was top tier production, but that first one they obviously didn't have any money. And so things were kind of, um so just it was just was the time. It just was the era. It just was a perfect storm for those movies. So you might think they're goofy. Like even the first Twilight, like I like joke around with it and like when I watch it now, like I'm like laughing at it and like making fun of it. But it's like an era in time and it's a classic and I love it. And I'm like, yo, man, it's like I don't want to watch 50 billion Scream movies. I don't. With the same type plot point Scooby Doo has. We get it. It's somebody in the show that's doing it. Hey, Crip. It's somebody in the show. I just don't like it. I just don't. Like it's just I don't even see I really do not see how those Scream movies cuz they even had a TV show. I don't see how the Scream genre is even get like I don't even see how networks are even picking it up to put money into it. I really don't cuz I'm like do people even care that much? Like for real about the movie? Okay, how are you? When I get to 100 minutes, I'm gonna get off, guys. I've been on here long enough. Jordan Peele stuff is good. I did not like Nope though. I did not like Nope. I didn't like it, and I'm like Team Jordan Peele. Check my reel before I send in Jordan Peele. Check this meal like it to be chicken deal pepper on the side. That's how you know you're gonna fit. That's how you know the real deal, yo. I'm like Team Jordan Peele. I did not like Nope. I felt like for him to be on his path with us and Get Out, when you title a movie Nope, I need to see scenes that give Nope. I didn't feel like I was watching a movie where when I look at this or see this, I'm thinking Nope. I didn't feel that. And then the whole like thing with the there was a thing with this monkey in the middle of the movie, and the monkey was, going crazy on set, and then they had to kill it. I just was kind of like, what's the point of this in the middle of this damn movie? It just was a lot of just like I think he was going deep with the metaphors and stuff, but it's like, can we didn't get that deep. Nah, come on now. He went too deep with metaphors to where it's off to something else. And I did like Sinners. I did, but my thing was with Sinners was I went in thinking I was seeing a vampire movie. I went in thinking that I was about to see a movie about vampires. And it's not necessarily a movie about vampires. It's not. It's a movie, it's a spiritual awakening movie for a lot of people. But if you already on the right side, amen, hallelujah, There's no spiritual awakening. You're just kind of like, duh. But it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. I just thought I was going in to see a vampire movie. And some of the stuff, like when it was coming out about how people were leaving the movies because it was too spiritual. And I'm just like, you got problems. You've got problems. You've got issues. If you're telling me you're going to go see a movie and the movie is telling you things are not what they seem, evil is everywhere, and you got to leave the movie theaters for that. That was weird to me. People was really showing how weird and they need to find God they were during that time. They really, really were. It was weird. LOL. But yeah, yeah. Dee, dee, dee. I'm trying to show y'all Kitty. His eyes are closed, but every time I touch the camera, he like opens his eyes. I thought it was funny about Erica Kurt. I thought it was funny, and it was true because that's how she be acting, looking. She mad. She need to be mad at herself, and she need to replay all the clips of her acting like that because that really is how she looks and sounds. I've never seen that. Daisy's Destruction. I've never seen that. It's my cat. His eyes are closed. Why? Was the movie not bad? I know he's cute, T'Challa. Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh, well, there's a lot of movies that I think um should be banned because they have things like that with kids and stuff. I think Strain is on Hulu. I saw it. I be saying that who was vice president from with Trump's first run, or the vice, I can't think of his name, but that he looked like he's something off a strand. That's how they look. Is how the first vice president with Trump looks. That's exactly how they look. All right, guys, I'm about to get off. I'm about to get off. I've been on for a while. Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm out next weekend, huh? Um, I will be back on later on tomorrow. My lips look ashy. They're not ashy, guys. My lips aren't ashy. I'll be back on later on. No, I'm about to go. I gotta go. $1,000. I'll stay for a Billy. I'm gonna be a Billy. Big Billy. Um, good night, good morning. It's 5:30 a.m. in Texas. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And what's crazy is I do have little freckles. I didn't even know, but I do. I do have little freckles on my face. That's crazy. He said we'll go then. All right, guys. I'll be back on later on. Stream the music. Listen to the coming back. Done with the talking. All the songs. Lovely Bones. All the songs. Everyone. Um. Yeah, I have freckles. I mean, my dad had freckles. So I don't know. I think I've just always been like worried about like my face, like my acne. I never really looked at my actual skin, and I do have freckles. Okay, I'll be back later on, y'all. Y'all have a great what's today? Sunday. Say bye to my cat. Bye, T'Challa. Say bye. Say bye. Okay, guys. Y'all have a great thank you. Y'all have a great whatever day it is, Sunday. I will be back on later on. Peace, love, and heck grease. He doesn't like it because of the ring light, probably. Yeah, he's got my arm. Well, kitty. All right, guys. Bye.